Let's see if we can get this going a little bit. All right. You guys, are we live? I think we're live. Maybe. Look who's back. I'm back. Sorry, I don't know why the internet connection crapped out. Now I'm just trying to figure out where... Why did the live stream act all funky? Sorry about that, guys. Glad you guys are joining me back in here. I know there's not many of you jamokes. That is frustrating. This is the second time it's happened. I think I need to buy a new router. That's probably the issue that I'm running into right now. I've been getting my internet dropped a few times. Well, it says I'm back here, but it doesn't say I'm back on YouTube. Like, how is this working? Well, there I am. Okay. And we're good. Ryan can talk again. All right, so I'm going to open the phone lines in just a few minutes. Wait for some more people to get back in the chat. Man, we were at like 70 people. What the hell? The hell, guys? That's frustrating. All right, so we got a little bit of a lag now. I had to redo this. Stupid! What's the question of the day, T-Draz? Okay, let's do the question of the day again. Which Jets defensive end has 107.5 sacks through their first 100 games? You can answer that through my Jets Talk 247 Instagram, the Twitter, or down the description down below, the Discord channel. I'm going to have a few hints if you go down to the poll section. Take a look down there. All right, guys, let's change this around. I'm going to put the phone number up once I get the Google Voice working. Hopefully I don't run into these issues tomorrow when we do our live stream. Me, O'Leary, Green Bean from Jet Nation, and Gangrene David. We're going to have that whole panel. I think you guys will have fun with that. A bunch of good guys chiming in over there. All right, turn off that. Turn on that. Well, bam! Phone number's on the screen if you guys want to call in. Whew. Which Jets D-end has 107.5 sacks in his first 100 games? That'll be the question. Guys, hit the like button down below if you like the video. Because now we have a whole new video. There's only 26 people in this chat. God dang it. That's frustrating. Well, hopefully they make their way over. We'll see. We shall see what is going to happen. Thank you guys for tuning back in.
Call from
Steve.
Steve, what's up, dude? Welcome to the cockpit.
Hey, what's going on, Ryan?
Hanging in there. I apologize. My internet sucks today.
It's all good, man. We're loyal enough. Things happen.
You guys are good. What's on your mind?
Nothing much, man. I just wish I'm kind of really excited for the draft. I don't know. I'm not as excited for free agency this year just because I want to see if someone with a scouting background like Douglas has what it takes. Because,
Sure.
Once in a while, even our bad GMs have picked up good free agents. So, I trust Douglas with that, but I'm really more curious at the draft right now.
I agree. I think that's where this team's really going to be built, and it's where we have lacked in the last 10 years. I mean, how many second contracts have we honestly given out? We've given out one to Sanchez, Wilkerson, Revis on like the second time around. But, by and large, it's been a lot of, failed draft picks. 4 years and out. They're gone. Or we cut them even earlier.
It's frustrating.
It's been real bad.
The way I looked at the draft the last few years was, all right, we're adding one player to our team. Like, I always considered the first round pick, secure, at least. Like, McCagnon was all right with first round picks. Quinn Williams, we'll see, but
Sure.
I was always just like, oh yeah, we're gonna add one player, even though there were 7 rounds. I was just like, yeah, we'll get one guy.
You gotta. I mean, it's just pure dumb luck. It's just amazing that we've drafted so many wide receivers since like, what was the last one we drafted? Santana Moss. That was like really good, and we haven't had. I mean, Curley was probably the best receiver that we've drafted. I mean, I would count Enunwa, but he can't stay healthy. Actually, no, Robbie. Okay, Robbie's the best receiver, but we didn't even draft him. He was an undrafted free agent.
Yeah. Yeah, so here's an interesting question. So, what do you think Sam's top three games in his career are? I'll say what mine are, and then you can tell me if you agree or something like that.
Okay.
All right, so top three, maybe not in any specific order.
Mm-hmm.
The Packers game last year, the
Yep.
Raiders game this year,
Mm-hmm.
and the third is either the Cowboys. It's a hard three-way tie. It's either the Cowboys game, the Texans game last year,
Mm-hmm.
or the Redskin game. I know the Redskin game had its highest touchdowns, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, he wasn't as clean throwing the ball as some of the other games. Like, it was a good game against the Redskins, but he had some insane throws against the Texans last year and some other stuff.
I'd have to look at the exact stats. I remember being very impressed the Packer game. That would probably be number one for me. I really enjoyed the Raider game, but I think the Cowboy game was better than the Raider game. Like, I think from a passing perspective, I think we really did a number on him. I don't know which team's better, the Cowboys or the Raiders, because they both sort of finished like it's sort of
on paper. The Cowboys really should have been a great team.
Oh yeah, they really should have. It's like frustrating that the Cowboys were not. Not that I'm like a Cowboys fan or anything, but I'd like to at least be able to brag that the Jets did better against some good teams.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen with Dak. I'm very curious at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're gonna franchise him. They're gonna try to franchise him. The only issue is if they franchise him and he decides he's sitting out, then now they don't have a quarterback because he's like, well, I've signed. I'm just gonna sit. I don't know. I mean, that's really not good. I mean, I guess if he doesn't sign, he has no obligation to go in. But I don't think he's gonna leave $26 million on the table. I think he would sign that. Oh, God, I don't know. It would make more sense to me if they signed him long term for $33 million a year, or whatever it is, and get him locked in before that new CBA, because I think there's going to be another swing in guaranteed money after 2020 when that new CBA comes into effect, and I think it's going to cost a lot more money to re-up him next year. I mean, it's something you might be able to see Patrick Mahomes kind of wait a year on too. Maybe they just give him a slight bump this year and then work on his full contract, for next year if he wants, like, I don't know. We'll see.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a tough season, just like the AFC and NFC West, but look at it this way. It was a lot worse than I thought, but then how some of these teams have played out the last couple months, like the Chargers are going to be a rebuilding team. I'm not concerned about them, and that's a home game for them, and that's like, like they have no home fans, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, yeah.
The Rams are still a decent team, but they're technically, I'd say, declining. Like, they're not dominant anymore. I don't know. I mean, the Seahawks, unless Russell Wilson, they didn't have a great record at home last year. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't think it's as bad as we think it is. I mean, they're not. They're going to be hard games anyway.
Sure, it'll be interesting to see because teams are so different from year to year. But the way it looks right now, there's no way it's going to be easier than it was this year. This was the easiest schedule we've had in probably since 2015.
This was the year that we had to make the playoffs.
Yep, agreed. This was the one. That's why they put all the money into free agency. I think they realize for next year, it's probably not going to happen just based on the schedule. Just from hey, I'm forecasting a little bit in front. We're gonna hope for the playoffs. We're gonna try and make the best moves we can, but I don't think they're gonna blow their load the same way they did in free agency this past year because of some issues with the schedule and whatnot. We actually have the second hardest schedule. The Patriots have the hardest schedule next year. We have the second hardest.
Wow.
Yeah, sucks.
We travel a lot too, so I mean, at least we're not going to London or anything. But yeah.
Yeah, the Jaguars are going twice, from what I've heard.
In back-to-back weeks, it's both home games.
Terrible. That sucks. I would be absolutely furious if I was a Jaguars fan and they moved my team a quarter of our games to London. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they have to keep Foles, but like it's turning out already like not the right move either.
Man, what an albatross of a contract just because of like what you got out of Gardner Minshew. I mean, you wouldn't expect it.
This
but
is the real quarterback that Foles is. Like, this is the real Nick Foles. Like,
Oh, yeah.
He was like, I think, very confident in himself, and he knew the Eagles like system after a while. But you can see now, all right, this is probably what he was realistically.
I agree. I think we're seeing him come back down to the norm. This wasn't like he played out of his mind at the perfect time. That's what it was. I don't know. I got 25 seconds for you. I got a little bit of a lag going from like the actual live stream because I screwed up. But anything else you want to cover real quick?
Nah, I mean, I guess have a good week, man. We'll talk again next week.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Take it easy. You've been
take care.
ejected from the cockpit. I'm going to let the timer go so that way I can see the chicken fly across the screen because the chicken is so great. Boom!
You're out of here!
You're out of here, chicken. That's fantastic. What do you guys talk about in the chat? Sorry, I was going to get to the chat. Now,
Call from
back to the phones.
Donald Center.
Welcome to the cockpit. What's up, dude?
I was here last time.
Yeah.
For the consecutive time in a row, but I'm back. So.
Nice. What's on your mind?
I was thinking at school today since I'm still in grade school.
Sure.
And I hate math, so it's a great time for me to think.
Sure.
So, I remember, I was remembering all the Bills fans. I mean, I remember all of them. I mean, like the NFL analysts saying how Josh Allen had some great year.
Mm-hmm.
And then I looked at the stats and I just realized how Darnold was like a couple yards away and like one touchdown away from being better, despite playing 13 less games. And the NFL is making Josh Allen seem to be elite.
Oh yeah, and then I mean, you think about he had mono. He was sick. It takes you months to get over mono. It's really not a good scale. I feel like.
But also, I mean, he also had a thumb injury. I mean, not saying it had much to do with his throwing since it was his left hand.
Yeah, I don't know when that actually.
If you didn't notice, the handoffs would be a little slow because he had a flip.
Okay. When did he get the cast? I remember him getting it, but I thought he didn't get surgery. I don't think he got surgery to fix it until after the season. But I'm sure
he heard it versus the Jaguars.
That's right. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, all I hear is Bills fans saying like how Josh Allen is this elite quarterback. And they showed me one throw that Josh Allen made. It was like the dude had tons of separation. All he needed to do was throw the ball.
Oh yeah.
And he said Darnold couldn't make that. I'm like, well, he's never really had the situation because he's ever sacked. But I showed him other throws, like the Ravens one.
Sure.
He said Josh Allen couldn't make that.
Josh Allen could make that throw. The percentage of times he's going to make that throw is probably very low because he can't hit the broadside of a barn. He's going to be a new version of Cam Newton, and you have to get him better at passing. I think he's a lethal threat on the ground right now, and if you can get him with some sort of arm talent, like in terms of accuracy, it's going to be very hard to stop that offense.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's been 2 years with that.
I agree. I think he's going to need more time than 2 years, and I think that team is drastically better than the team that Sam Darnold's got around him. I think Sam is going to be the far better quarterback when it's all said and done.
Yeah, but like, what's it called? I see Josh Allen throws where he throws it, trying to get over the middle, and sometimes it's underthrown. So that just proves that.
No, it's just wildly inaccurate.
Yeah, and like, what's it called? Bills fans trying to say he didn't have an O-line. I don't buy that at all. He had no line. The only games where they didn't have an O-line is where the Ravens were running stunts and they just got everybody confused.
I don't know why we don't try to run stunts more often. I feel like that's always a better way to get to the quarterback. Like I would have my defensive tackles cross like almost all the time. I guess it's like half a second slower, but then you throw the offensive line off, and if you send a linebacker up the middle where that's happening, pure chaos.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's not. I think Greg is old school, really.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I mean, it's working for us, I guess. Our defensive tackles are very great at stopping the run.
Yeah, I mean that's our defense was not the issue this past year. We need a pass rusher to really take us to the next level. I think a pass rusher would allow Adams to be even more lethal. And I think would make our cornerbacks look even better. Like, I think Bless Austin is a good answer at corner. I'm nervous with his health. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I think his skill set is there to be at least a top 2 corner. But I think he finished for the year 28th overall for cornerback play, according to Pro Football Focus. I'm going to do my review. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm doing...
What's quarterback? Corner. I don't know who was in front of him, but...
Oh,
Yeah,
corner.
he only got burnt once, which is good for a rookie by a pretty fast receiver
Yeah.
versus Steelers, and he didn't play for the rest of the season. That was kind of questionable in my opinion, but still.
You're saying
But,
Austin?
you know,
He played.
Yeah,
Did he not play the last week of the season?
no, he did not because of that one play.
Really? I like
Yeah.
Greg Williams. I'm surprised we didn't see him at all.
Maybe he didn't want to get him hurt. I think it's really just discipline. Cause,
I could see. I mean, he benched Tremaine Johnson.
yeah, he did a good job versus the Steelers except for that one thing. And I think it was the momentum from the Steelers that really derailed that drive because Mason Rudolph looked really good when he was there.
Oh yeah, you're right. He didn't play in the last game of the season. He only played from the Giants game through the Pittsburgh game, and I guess they pulled him after the Pittsburgh game. Huh.
Yeah,
I did not realize that.
Hopefully, it doesn't carry over into next season. I don't think it will.
I don't think it will either. I think they'll be all right. Hopefully.
But, yeah. And I was thinking. I mean, Gase. I was thinking of. I was doing a mock draft.
Yeah.
And I had these two receivers. I was split between these two receivers. I guess two of them count that.
Boom! You're out of there. Sorry, dude. Call it again. Two receivers. Thank you to the new subscriber that just popped up on the screen. That was really cool. That was. Can I find the name? I don't know if I can find the name now. I don't know how I'm using this friggin' thing. I don't know if I click on something, I'm going to screw something up. Thank you for subscribing. We've grown a lot the last few weeks. We are up about 600 subscribers in the last 28 days. So pretty good, guys. We are spreading the Jet Nation, and we're growing little by little. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tune in.
Call from
Vinny.
Vinny, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Good. You watched the XFL game?
Oh, I did. I didn't. So I watched the first game. I watched the second half of the second game. Watched the Guardians game, and I missed the final game.
Okay, no, because I only watched. I think I watched it until like 3 minutes into the first quarter. But my reaction to the game is so intense that I had to translate my opinions on it into Shakespeare.
Oh, okay.
So I'll do my best.
Let's hear it.
Doth mine own eyes dissemble me, a competent New York City football team. This will best a dream.
I have no idea what that said because I don't speak Shakespeare. Could you decipher that for me?
Do my own eyes deceive me, a competent New York City football team.
Oh, I love it. They have a higher win percentage than the Jets or Giants in MetLife Stadium right now. There's going to be a trivia question at some point, and you guys are all in on it. It's not going to be the trivia question this week.
Also, by the way, did you check out Rappaport's Twitter today?
What did he say? I have his notifications on my phone, so I do see his messages. I just don't know if I saw the one you're talking about.
The Patriots will let Tom Brady hit free agency.
I saw that. Michael Cascarano, thank you for subscribing. Very cool.
And you know what that means, though? It means they're going to let him walk.
I don't know. I think Kraft loves Tom Brady. I think what's going to happen is they'll let him test it.
You do realize by letting him hit free agency, they take a $13 million cap hit.
By letting him hit free agency, they take the third. Hold on, he's got a voidable year though.
Yeah, but because of that, I was reading it somewhere. It was on a Patriots Wire. It's because by letting him see, they sign him before free agency begins. They take a $7.5 million cap hit, but if they let him hit free agency, they take a $13 million cap hit.
You're right. So it's a little over $13 million. So his bonus that he got when he signed his contract last offseason, or I guess renegotiated it back in August, he has a cap hit of $6,750,000 this year in 2020 as well as 2021. And so if they void the contract and they let him hit, it's going to be $13.5 million hitting their cap, as opposed.
And they're somewhere around $40 million, so they can't afford to pay Tom Brady and take that cap hit.
Yeah, they're sitting at. Man, now I gotta look. Okay, so if they have.
I'm on it.
I'm right here. You You calm down. Calculator, Patriots. All right, so they got $45 million in cap space. If they cut, where is Tom Brady? So if they cut Tom Brady, oh yeah, okay. So if they cut Tom Brady, that means they only have $38 million in cap space, and then that $38 million in cap space, you're gonna need $10 million roughly to sign your draft class. So now they're down to $20 million. Yeah, you're probably right. Tom Brady is not going to be a New England Patriot for next year.
I mean, like, I'm just saying it because if you want to pay the money that he wants.
Yeah, I mean, look, I didn't think he was going back anyway, but I think Kraft, in his heart of hearts, wants to keep Brady.
But man, could you imagine if Tom Brady thought this out? Think about, like, to try to prove, because he wants to prove that he can win without Belichick.
Sure.
He wants the credit for the dynasty.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like how Joe Montana got it for the 49ers because he took the 49ers to another Super Bowl and then won and it made the AFC Championship game with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And because of that, we give him more credit than we give Walsh.
Sure. Look, I think Tom Brady was never going to resign with the Patriots. Like, I always felt, since the whole Garoppolo thing, I felt like he wanted...
I felt like that too. And I think, would it be something if he set this up so that it could hinder the Patriots more when he leaves?
I don't know if he worked it quite like that. I think he realized he's probably coming to the end of his deal. He knew he was going to get the restructure. He wanted the voidable year so that way they couldn't franchise him or transition tag him at the end of the year. And then I think with him moving on, there's a few areas he could go. So I've leaned...
I think the two top bidders, I think, are the Chargers and the Raiders.
Agreed.
I think
100%. I think they both play the Patriots.
I don't think Giselle wants to go to Tennessee or Indy. So as much as we know his friendship with Mike Vrabel,
yeah,
I don't see that as an option.
Mm-hmm.
I could see the 49ers if they some reason decide to dump Jimmy G, but I don't think they will.
No, that won't happen. It'll probably be the Chargers or Raiders. I think the Raiders stadium opening in Vegas could be huge for Tom Brady. Either one of those.
And you know Gruden's gonna love him though.
Well, that's just it. Like I think Gruden and him could work together.
One thing is he wants to prove he can win without Belichick, and he also wants to go somewhere where they're gonna respect him.
Oh,
and
for
you
sure.
know Gruden's gonna wrap his arm around him. So that's what he does with all his players.
And what's crazy is they can trade Derek Carr because his contract really isn't too bad. If you like him as a starting quarterback, because you're going to pay him starting quarterback money, his cap hits.
The Patriots won't take him. You know he's
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, that would be interesting though if they were to just trade him straight up.
They're gonna. He gets his ass kicked every time he plays in the cold.
What are you talking about? Oh, Derek Carr.
Yeah, he gets his ass kicked.
Yeah,
every
well, look,
time
there's people that want quarterbacks, and I think Derek Carr is a reasonable quarterback that someone's going to give a shot to. Like, I would go to the Bears in a heartbeat if I was Derek Carr.
Have you looked up his record when the temperature is below 50 degrees?
I have not. I did not know that was a thing.
It's terrible.
Really?
Yeah, Derek.
Hello?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
You're looking it up? I'm curious what it is.
Derek Carr can't play in the cold.
Okay, so you're saying he's got to go to a warm weather team. So what are our warm weather options for Derek Carr? Whether it be, maybe he goes to like the Texans as a backup? No, I think he's got to start. He's going to go maybe to a dome.
Yeah.
So like maybe the Colts.
Here.
Maybe
here's his record.
Maybe the Panthers.
Here's his stats in cold weather games. This was as of November 29th, 2019.
What's cold weather? Is that like...
This is probably right. This is before the Jets-Raiders game. So 0-4, 152 pass yards per game, 51% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, 9 total QBR.
Wow, that's terrible. So he went to Fresno State, didn't he? Or was it San Diego State, maybe?
I never kept up with Derek Carr.
I think it was Fresno State that he went to. So he's been in warm weather his entire career. So maybe he goes to the Bucs.
Yeah, maybe.
And he works under Arians. I could see that.
I could see that too. He's a good. Yeah.
I wonder what they would get. I think the Raiders could.
It could be an interesting offseason, that's for sure.
Yeah, look, the Raiders can cut Derek Carr and save $13.6 million.
You know what that means, though. If the Patriots are without Brady, I think that pretty much wraps up the division for the Bills.
I think the division's wide open at that point. I don't think it's solely the Bills' division to lose. I think they would be the favorites for sure, the betting favorites.
I think they'd be the favorites. I mean, unless the Jets pulled out some magic, like, where they just played everybody at the right time and everything just somehow magically bounced their way.
Look, I think Darnold's the type of quarterback that can make that sort of thing happen, and I also think
you mean like how he willed a terrible USC team to a Rose Bowl over Penn State?
exactly the same way. This Jets team this year would not have won a single game if it was not for Darnold. We would have lost every game.
The key thing is building up the offensive line.
I completely agree.
I think I don't think he needs like Julio Jones, but
sure.
if you have some B's and C's guys there and you give him protection, he will make the B's and C's look like A's and B's.
I agree. Vinny, I'm kicking you off. You got 3 seconds. Thank you so much for calling in. You've been ejected from...
You're out of here!
Go Jets! You're out of here. Vinny, my boy. I'll talk to you next week, of course. We got a Lakers fan in the chat. Very cool. Nets fan. Whole bunch of cool people in there. Very neat, very neat. Vinny not letting me get a word in edgewise. People are saying, nah, it's all right. Guys, if you've not hit the like button, hit the like button down below. I also have the question of the day if you want to win a shirt. We're doing a raffle. So if you get the question of the day right, which Jets defensive end had 107.5 sacks in their first 100 games? You can answer that by sending me a message on my Instagram, JetsTalk247, sending it to Twitter, JetsTalk247, or going to the Discord channel. There's a little bit of a hint down there if you go into the Jets Discord and leave a message there. So,
Call from.
leave a message.
John.
John, what's up, dude? Welcome to the cockpit.
What's going on, man?
Hanging in there. What's on your mind?
I was thinking, did you hear about Mark Gastineau calling for credit for the NFL single-season sack record?
No, really? because of
Michael
Strahan laying down, or Favre laying down for Strahan?
Yeah, I wanted to hear your thoughts on that.
I didn't realize it was a thing, but I completely agree. I remember watching that game and watching Favre, and my dad was like sitting next to me, and my dad's like, "You've got to be kidding me! He laid down. He should have knelt. If he gave himself up, that shouldn't be a sack. Like, it should be a kneel." That's my thinking on it. Look, I think Gastineau should own that record. I think Gastineau's a little bit of a jerk. So like I like Strahan the person more than I like Gastineau. But it's Gastineau's record. You can't convince me that Strahan owns that record right now.
Yeah. I wanted to hear, do you think the Jets should take a tackle, or do you think they go after wide receivers in the draft?
So here's what I think. My mock-off season, I projected us to go... I didn't say I projected. I guess I would go after offensive linemen in free agency because they're a little more concrete, I think, as opposed to some of the other players you could get. And then I would attack whatever our weaknesses were in the draft, and that would be wide receiver because I left out wide receiver in free agency. But honestly, my gut feeling is I think the Jets will sign a top offensive lineman, so maybe Joe Thuney, and then maybe sign like a lower level guy. I think they're going to replace maybe 2 offensive linemen, maybe bring back Beachum, and then we'll probably try to go after a corner or an edge rusher in free agency, I guess.
Yeah.
And then when we head into the draft, unless the board falls like the weirdest way and all the tackles are gone, I think we're going to take a tackle at 11, and I think we'll take a receiver in the second round. I think this draft is so deep. The value is in the second round for the receivers. As much as I like CeeDee Lamb and Jerry Jeudy, I want to find a reason to get them onto the Jets, or one of them on the Jets, but I don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the right move. I rebuild the offensive line, and the receivers are going to look better. The running back's going to look better. Darnold's going to look better. Offensive line has got to be the option, but I trust Douglas and his scouting background. So if he thinks he can build the offensive line with second, third, fourth round picks, because you look at the Chiefs right now, I think they had 1 first-round pick on their offensive line. Everyone else was like second or third rounder, so you can do it. It's just a matter of how good your scouting department is.
Yeah, I was looking. Bud Dupree, he's a free agent. He's coming off of the Steelers. Not a lot of people have been talking about him. So I know that I've heard the Seahawks are trying to sign him. Do you think that the Jets can offer him a contract that he'll like, I guess?
I think they could. The issue with the Jets is going to be that I don't think we're a very desirable landing spot for free agents in general. Like, I think I said it last year. We have so much money in free agency. That's why I wanted to go after Bell. We have so much money in free agency that we're not going to sign enough players to tip the scale like in our favor and use up all our cap space. Like we bought a ton of players and we wound up having like $30 million in cap space before we signed Khalil, or something roughly that much, maybe 25. So I think we're going to take a different approach this year. I think we're probably not going to spend as much this season, and we're going to work on depth because I think that's something that we've been lacking, and that's mainly just because we stink at drafting. You have to win in the NFL through the draft. You don't win it through free agency. The contracts are always going to be worse for you. You're never going to sign an offensive line, like any player. You're probably not signing that player as a free agent and getting a higher return from that contract. At least day one free agents.
Yeah.
Just my thinking on it.
I was also looking. Do you think that the Jets don't draft an offensive line in the draft? Do you think that they'll go for more of an offensive approach? I know, like with CD and then Jerry Jeudy, but if those people get taken and then the whole offensive line falls apart, could you see us trading down?
I think so. If they're trading down, because we're saying there's like 4 tackles that are worthy of maybe the 11th pick, is what I've been hearing. You got the 2 receivers, Young, Okuda. I would take any of those guys, not any of those guys, but then you have the 3 quarterbacks, so that gets you to 10 picks. So if we're sitting at 11 and all the tackles, all the receivers, and all the quarterbacks are gone, there's got to be some way to trade out because I think Simmons is a pretty good linebacker safety sort of combo. I don't know. I would love to trade down in that situation, but at that point, you hope Okuda's there maybe. I have no idea. I don't know how it could fall and what we could do. It depends what the offers are, who's there, who would want to trade up. Like, is there a valuable player there that's worth trading up for that we don't need? It would have to be a defensive lineman or linebacker, I would think.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough question. Or do you just pull the trigger stupid early on a center? That would suck. The center at 11?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. I would hate for them to draft the center that would just not produce.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
It would kill me. I'm second or third round for a center. I'm fine with. I think it'll be tackle, wide receiver, and then we'll go best player available at. I think we get a corner or an edge in free agency. So I think whichever one we don't get in free agency, we'll attack in the third round, and then the other one will be running back or cornerback or I don't know, center. It could be any one of those. Got 15 seconds left. What'd you think of the XFL?
Now, I love it. I went to the game yesterday.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Amazing to see New York football.
That's so cool. I'm so excited to watch the rest of the season. We'll talk about it as we go forward. Thank you so much for calling in. You've been ejected from the cockpit. We got 74 viewers in the chat. Guys, don't forget to like the video down below. We have the shirt contest. If you guys want to get entered to win a shirt at the end of this live stream, send me a message on Instagram or Twitter or down in the Discord, which is located down in the description down below. Which of these Jets defensive ends in their first 100 games got 107.5 sacks? In their first 100 games, who got 107.5 sacks? Now, if you go to Discord and you join the Discord family down there, there's a little bit of a hint, so you're more than likely to do that. I know you guys have the internet. You guys can look it up, and I don't care. I just want to have some interaction with you guys. Be honest. You'll know if you cheated. I won't. I'll call you out on it. But Sang Hoon says, I think we can get Tyler Biadasz. Everyone's been trying to get Biadasz for the Jets. Like all offseason, all season long. If they did that, fire Doug. Ooh, what did I miss? Oh, Jimmy Graham. You can't get Jimmy Graham. No, I'm not taking him. Jack Conklin, no matter what, says Rory McEwen. I would really like Jack Conklin. I don't know if he'll want to choose us. I hope so. We have enough money to fix the offensive line, so we should get at least 2 offensive linemen. One high-priced, one probably one not so high-priced. Johnny Andre, XFL cornerback, caught your eye. I have to watch more of the XFL to know if there's anyone worthy of really bringing in. I think we'll look at it. Phil Savage was at the game.
Danda Panda.
Danda Panda, what's up, dude? Welcome to the cockpit.
Hey, what's up? What's going on? Haven't called in a while.
I know, it's been a minute. What's on your mind? Did you watch the XFL games?
Yeah, I did. I watched 2 games, and I thought the quality was pretty. It was better than the AAF.
Yeah.
AAF For sure, yeah. I liked it.
I agree. I think they
Yeah.
did a lot of things right. I think just having it on the channels that people know about, like Fox and ABC and ESPN, I think probably did it a little bit better than Spike TV and like some of the like later channels.
Well, also the fact that since there is no NFL, there is football on TV, so people are gonna watch. Well, I mean, probably not this year, but it's gonna catch on soon, I think.
Well, the AAF I think started last year. It was either right after the Super Bowl or it was Pro Bowl week, I think. It was something like it was right around there. They did the same sort of idea and it just didn't, for whatever reason get the traction. I was going to cover it actually on this channel and I didn't really follow it so much cuz I don't think New York had a team. I think they were all like southern-based teams. So I think they picked the better cities this time around. Like especially with St. Louis losing the Rams, getting at least an XFL franchise, you got some excitement there. I don't know. I'm excited about it. I really like the kickoff rule. I think the kickoff rule is absolutely going to save special teams for the NFL. And the NFL should adopt all these things immediately. The XFL got it right.
I like the kickoff rule.
Yep.
I thought that was something really, really creative.
It's brilliant. I would have never thought of that in a million years. That's why I don't get paid the big bucks. That is, I really like it. For those of you guys that haven't watched my XFL video and haven't watched the XFL at all and don't know what we're talking about, you have the kicker line up at the 30 where they normally line up. You have the returner line up on the goal line. And then the rest of the linemen are on the 35 and the 30-yard line. So they're only 5 yards apart. So they're kind of like in between both the kicker and the returner, and they can't move off that line until the returner catches the ball. So it eliminates all the high impact like hits and everything like that. So you can it's a lot safer when you're running with a player as opposed to running 20 miles an hour straight at him. I think it's a brilliant move. I think it's really smart. I don't like the way the NFL has handled it. I've said in the past that I wish they would just get rid of kickoffs because I think it's a waste of our time. And the XFL has created a rule that has genuinely brought 110% excitement back to that side of the football.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I want to go talk on the Jets for a minute.
Sure.
Do you think Brian Winters is going to cut it for things? Because I'm looking at the cap and stuff. If we cut him, we could actually get 3 somewhat quality to premium offensive line.
If we cut Brian Winters, I think we save $7 or $7.5 million. So just by cutting him and just by trimming the fat of Tremaine Johnson gives us $10 million, which is enough for us to sign a pretty high-priced free agent offensive lineman. So right there alone, that money can go straight to them.
I mean, for my draft strategy, I know I've been with you on CD Lamb,
Yep.
But I'm leaning towards picking Jerry Jeudy at 11.
Look.
And then and what is it? I actually prefer to move up in the second round because I think the center, the Wisconsin center Tyler Beardedaz, is gonna fall into the second round, and what a steal he would be if we could pick him up, the farm boy.
Now, who would you take in the beginning of the second round, if that's what you were thinking? If you think you think we take him at 48, or do you think we trade up into the second round, or do you say trade up from 48?
I think we should trade our second round pick and one of the giant pick and move up.
Okay, I think that could get us into the first round, pretty close.
When the first mock draft came out, like people were picking him like 25 to 28 range, and then he started falling. And now with the Columbine hype, center's not like a needy position, so I think he's gonna fall. Like 1 year, what's his name? The tackle for the Jaguars was projected 15, 16 from the first round, and he fell to the second round. I'm hoping for that.
Yeah.
So if we get him, and I'm in favor of keeping Beecham, so we would have him at left tackle, at a new left guard, a right tackle, then we might go from there. So.
Yeah, look, I think I'd like to move up at some point. I think I'd probably prefer to move up at the back end of the second round because I think we could get a good player at our pick. I don't know. We'll see.
I've never seen Mac in the mid round.
Boom! You've been ejected from the cockpit. Thank you so much for calling in, Dan DePanda. As always, guys, hit the like button down below if you haven't hit the like button. If you want to get entered to win a t-shirt, go to my Instagram, Twitter, or down in the Discord, down below in the description. Which Jet has 107 and a half tackles, 107 and a half sacks in their first 100 games? Which Jet has 107 and a half sacks in their first 100 games? Send that over to me on Twitter, Instagram, or Discord, and you will get entered into my shirt raffle that I will announce at the end of the show. So hang around. This is my incentive to you guys keep you around. Last time, I think we only had maybe 25 people get it right. So if you guys, leave a comment, there's 75 of you in here right now. The chances are 1 in 3 might put in an answer. So definitely worth your time, I think. Yeah, if you like the shirts. If you don't like the shirts, that is what it is. You can get a hat too. They're all, I think, all around the same price anyway. So whatever. I'm good with it. Michael Rivera says, I think we should draft nothing but offensive line. Invalid says we could move up in the first if we really need an O lineman. I don't really want to move. I want to keep like all our picks. At least I would move up. I would move up with our 3rd round pick somehow to get back into the 2nd, I think. I don't know. Oh, God, I don't know. I have no idea. I would trade the Giants' 3rd round pick and like a 4th or 5th round pick to move back up into the 2nd. I feel like that's a little bit easier to swallow than some other stuff. Dean Delaney, we should trade for Dunbar. I read that message from you because Delaney's my last name. So you're good people. Yo, Samar Boyce, don't have enough draft capital to trade up. I agree. We got 7 picks. We could get more if we trade Bell, I guess, but I would like to not do anything like that. Staff Sergeant, I want to see the Lingerie League, Shoestring League. Ooh, Shoestring League? I know what you're talking about. That's dirty. But that being said, if we could gamble on that, I'd watch it. It's football. I'll do some high intense analysis for you guys. Ronald Darby, solid depth, I feel, says Nano DJC. I brought up Darby in one of my videos. I'm actually working on, for the next F Marry Kill series, and I'll let you guys chime in the comment section here. Do you guys want to see edge rushers or cornerbacks? Those are kind of the 2 that I'm flip-flopping back and forth on for my next video. I haven't done my research yet. I started writing down the corners, but I want to do edge rushers as well. So those are the 2 that I'm kind of keeping my eye on. Let me know. We got a little bit of lag in the live stream, so I apologize. You'll hear this probably in like 20 seconds. Yeah, so what do you guys think of the XFL? Seriously, the rule changes from the kickoffs have been amazing. I think the overtime rules, very interesting. Very much like the penalty kick situation for soccer. I think that's, you guys are saying edge, corner, edge. Okay, so it looks like we're doing edge from what I'm seeing. Ooh, 3-2. 3-2, edge to corners. MVM says both. That's cheating. Michael Rivera, we 100% need to keep Robbie Anderson. Oh, we're pretty much even. Edge and corner are both dead even right now. So maybe I'll do corners since I already have my list going, and then I'll do edge rushers maybe to round it out. Do you guys think I should do quarterbacks? Should I do the quarterbacks and linebackers and, am I missing another position? Tight ends maybe? Should I do all of them? Safeties? Or should I only stick to like what the Jets need? Because the issue, or the reason I was thinking was like, I think there's other people that may want to watch these videos that may not just be Jet fans. That was sort of the thought. Sang-hoon says left bench. All right, we got way more people on the corner. Oh, no, we don't have way more people. It's just Methodicals writing corner a bunch of times. Third string punter. I agree. We could do a punter F Marry Kill. I don't think I could do a kicker one. A kicker one would be really hard. I'd have to do like their different distances and like the accuracy. I could probably do it. It's a little bit of a ridiculous scoring system and not exactly the analytical way you should probably go about doing it, but I don't care. This is a fan Jet channel, and I'm going to BS my way all the way to getting you guys to like me. No, I think that's... I try to do it relatively well. I try to make the justifications for why I chose each particular stat. Like I didn't choose tackles. Damn, touchdowns. I didn't pick touchdowns for the wide receivers because I felt like touchdowns didn't give you the full everything you needed to see. I guess I didn't know how that receiver was used. That was at least the thought process in it. Guys, tomorrow 9:00. We're doing the live stream. Me, Matt O'Leary, Gangrene David, and Green Bean from the Jet Nation forums. So the four of us are going to be talking Jets. This is going to be a steady Tuesday thing from what it looks like. 9 p.m. We have 3 topics that we're going to cover. Tomorrow is going to be Le'Veon Bell situation, offensive line in free agency, and the Jamal Adams contract. Those will be the 3 things that we're hitting week 1, episode 1 of Talkin' Jets. And that will be available afterwards as well. So you guys can tune in and, leave comments for us. We'll read some stuff that pops up. And then I think I'm debating if I want to, so since we're doing 3 different topics, I'm debating if I want to take the video and split it into 3 different videos that you could watch at your leisure that would be shorter than maybe the whole long individual video, but I'm not sure how clean it's going to be as far as the breaks from topic to topic. That's the goal, is to have this consumable on your commute, so you get to hear a little bit more about everything. That Jets Discord logo looks fantastic. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. The Jets Discord logo on the logo itself for the Discord channel, like the little icon, that was pre-made prior to me. The stuff on the Jets gear that I have in the store, like you see on the mug and everything, I created that, which isn't really hard. I just took the football off. I took the football off the Jet logo and just slapped the Discord logo in there. But I thought it was kind of cool. Real question: are you using an LED bulb for your lamp or a regular light bulb? So I have my LED panel right here. You know what? I'll show it to you guys. Why not? I have an LED panel on a tripod set up behind my computer. So that's illuminating from here. I also have a lamp right next to me. That's a color changing lamp. Hey Google, change desk light to green.
Sure, changing desk to
I guess
green.
you can't really see it. Hey Google, change desk light to white.
Sure,
See?
changing desk to
Pretty
white.
cool. That's pretty neat. There's nothing quite like laying in bed and being able to turn off your lights. I'm telling you, if you guys don't have smart light bulbs, get yourself some smart light bulbs. They're really, really awesome. And some Google Home Minis. I know they're tracking your data and everything like that. They're listening to me. I don't care. They're just a bunch of perverts if they're listening to me. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm going to get demonetized. Oh, whatever. I don't care. Boom. Jets are ranked to have the second hardest schedule next year. MVM Sports, yes, they are. The Patriots are the only team to have a harder schedule than the Jets for next season. That's because they finished first, so they're playing a first-place schedule, whereas the Jets are playing a third-place schedule. Although, oddly enough, the Bills have like the 10th hardest schedule, or like the 8th hardest schedule. It's like, I think it's Patriots, Jets, Dolphins, and then a few people, and then the Bills. Johnny Andre. Sorry about that. Johnny Andre. Pay Jamal Adams whatever he wants. God, I'm so torn on this topic. I love Jamal Adams. I really do. I'm a little sour based on how he handled the trade deadline. Oh, God. I don't know. It's a strong safety, $15 million a year at least. It's a little frightening. You don't see teams win with safeties getting paid that kind of money. And it's a little concerning, but I think you can absolutely win with Jamal on that kind of contract, because you're not paying Sam, you're not paying an edge rusher, you're not playing a corner. So
Call
screw it.
from.
Peter.
Peter, what's up, dude? Welcome to the cockpit.
Hey, Ryan, how's it going, man?
I'm hanging in there. Did you get to watch any of the XFL games this weekend?
As a matter of fact, I did, and
What'd you
I
think?
enjoyed all 4 of them.
Oh, that's awesome. See, I'm hoping this league has a little more steam and energy than the AAF did, because I want to actually continue not just watching football, but like enjoying. It's kind of like when you ask your mom and dad and you say, oh, which kid do you like more? And it's like, oh, I love you both the same. You don't have to, like, it's a little white lie. Like, I like the NFL a lot, but I can like the XFL too. It's the same sort of thing.
Hey, football is football, man.
That's just it. And
It's not
how
about
cool
being
is it?
picky. It's about enjoying.
How cool is it that the Jet fans and Giant fans could actually bond theoretically over the Guardians? Like this could be our New York team. That's pretty cool because we don't have it in like anything else. Like the Knicks, sort of, because you had like the Knicks and the Nets in Jersey, but now they're like the Brooklyn Nets. So you got two New York teams there. You got two New York teams in baseball. You got two New York teams in football. You have the two New York teams in hockey. So the one New York team in the XFL, kind of cool. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Sorry.
Nah, you're good, man.
It's a little stupid, but
I kind of thought of the same thing.
it's nice though. It's because there's certain things that like, I mean, there's always going to be button heads with all the different sports teams, and New York is just one of the weird cities, like LA, that just has so many people. They can hold two different teams, and then you get the radio talk, and you get channels on YouTube popping up, and all these different things. But there is something really nice and something that I genuinely wish New York had was with one football team or one sports team in general, so that way you could have a unity there. And I think that would help a little bit.
Yeah, that pretty much would help, but I'm pretty sure the Giant fans watching, they're going to hate me for saying this, but they still need to face the fact that they have not beaten us since 2011, which means that we kind of run MetLife for another 3 years from now until we see them again in 2023.
Yeah, look, I like that stat. That's really nice. I don't know if I necessarily agree with it because we have been so bad. I mean, when's the last time we made the playoffs? 2010 now? Like that sucks. That is we got to get to the playoffs before we can say we run anything. That's sort of my
I know, but it's just that, like, at the end of the day, I only brought it up because of that
course.
game, we have the bragging rights.
Oh yeah,
at
for
the end.
sure. Yeah, we own MetLife at least for the next 3 years, 4 years, I guess total.
Now,
looking
I've
forward.
been thinking about our offensive line a lot too, man.
Oh yeah, in free agency or the draft or both, I guess.
Both, but at this time, I really want the Jets to somehow, some way, bring in Jack Conklin from the Titans.
I like him a lot. I think he would help the running game a lot. I was talking to a Titan fan that was saying he left a little bit to be desired in the passing game, but overall they really hope that Conklin does go back to the Titans. So I would definitely be for it. I think when you have a fan base that understands a player and doesn't want to lose him, it's usually a good thing. I would think that the Jets will go after Thuney to try and weaken the Jets, or not the Jets, the Patriots team. So you're hurting a division rival while helping your own self. I think that's an important part to this. And then I think Michael Rivera, can someone tell me where to find the like or subscribe button? What? Okay. Down below the video, there's a little bell. Hit the little bell button. Actually, you might have to hit the subscribe button first, then hit the bell button. But definitely hit the like button too. They're all down below. One looks like a thumb. One looks like it says subscribe on it. Shouldn't be hard. You're on YouTube. Come on. Figure it out.
Hey, Ryan,
Yeah, sorry.
let me ask you this, man.
Yeah.
From your point of view, who do you want us to draft?
Who do I want us to draft? So it's going to depend largely on free agency. My first choice, if free agency was after the draft, just saying what our team is right now, it's offensive line 110% at 11. Absolutely. There's no way I'm letting Sam go back into next season without a good offensive line.
Me neither.
If we solidify maybe two good positions in free agency on the offensive line, and if Douglas believes he can hold on to his scouting background and draft a guy in the second, third round, take a center maybe in the second, or a tackle in the second, maybe a center in the third or something along those lines, I'd be all for it, because if you look at the Chiefs, they only have one first-round pick on that offensive line. I think the rest of the guys are second, third, fourth-round picks. So it's definitely
that's
doable.
Pretty much right.
It's definitely doable, but I hope
And
we
here's
handle.
another thing that I wanted to bring up to you,
Yeah,
just in case I don't know how much time I have left, but
yeah, you got a little over a
if I
minute.
was the Jets, and if I have to make a really important decision, I would call the Lions up right now and
Darius
see
Slay.
if you could give them a third, Quincy Enunwa and Neville Hewitt for Darius Slay.
I would love to do it. I think they can get more for Darius Slay than that. I think they can get a second-round pick. If they like the players and you can get rid of some players that you were going to cut anyway, I would be 110 for it, 10% for it. And it's out of conference.
I brought that up because I feel like he could help Bleswan Austin grow.
Oh, I think so. I think we definitely need another corner. Whether it's I don't know if it necessarily needs to be a lock stud number one corner. I don't think we need to go after Byron Jones, but I think we definitely need another starting caliber corner. I would like to get one starting caliber corner and maybe one contingency, like maybe a Ronald Darby's kind of like a really cheap option as like a backup, because I don't know if I necessarily trust Bless Austin to stay healthy all year. I hope he does because I really like what I got to see out of him.
I hope so too, man.
All right, dude, you got 19 seconds. Anything else you want to cover?
I just want to say go Jazz, and I look forward to seeing your new show.
Awesome. I love it. You're going to tune in tomorrow?
Yes, I am.
Good stuff, dude. I'll see you then.
See you tomorrow.
Take it easy. You have been ejected from the cockpit. Gotta watch the chicken fly across the screen. You're out of here! You're out of here. Guys, I want to see your comments as well. I want to know, should I continue to follow the XFL? Would you like me to report on the XFL on this channel? The Jets Talk 24/7 channel. Should it have a little bit of like, Jets Talk 24/6? 23/7, and then 1 hour a week gets or 1 hour a day goes to the XFL. Who knows? Look, I like the Guardians. I would be interested in following it. If you guys are interested in seeing more about it, I don't mind doing it.
Call from
Grandpa Mark.
Grandpa Mark, what's up, dude? How you been?
How are you? From now on, I want to be known as the great chat room antagonizer.
Oh man, you guys, if you guys didn't tune in last week and didn't see the chat blow up when Grandpa Mark and I started talking about some stuff we were talking about, the chat went bananas. I was like, oh god, and then he comments on the video later. He goes, oh man, I did not realize you set him off. Yeah, no, you triggered him last year. It was pretty funny.
I'm one hell of a shit stirrer, huh?
I like it. Did you get to watch the XFL at all this weekend?
Watched very honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Once the NFL's over, I
That's
turn
fine.
full time to the NHL. But
That's fine. I know a lot of guys that probably did that too. The ratings the
but,
first game were pretty
I
good.
did check it out a little bit. I heard you talking about the rules, the new rules, and so on and so forth. And from what I understand, they're terrific. So hopefully the NFL will take their cues from that.
I hope so. That's the biggest thing that could happen because, like, obviously the NFL is our number one love in terms of sporting, at least the people that follow this channel. But the XFL can only bring good ideas. Like, there's a lot of people I think that can understand that the NFL has gotten very bland and very, I don't want to say boring, but like the referees and the way the game flows, it just hurts. It like sucks. So
Yeah, no, look, I mean, I remember when the XFL came out, 20 years ago, 19 years ago?
Yeah, it was 2000 or 2001, I think.
Yeah, I mean, look, the worst thing that happened to that, first of all, they tried to sissify the NFL. They tried to make the NFL look like, that...
It was WWE.
Yeah, they tried to make the NFL look out to be, making them out to be like, they don't play hard football,
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Well, I mean,
Right.
from the hits that we saw yesterday and like the day before, wow, these guys are cracking players. There's like a drive that's like, hey, this is my last shot to get into the NFL, so I'm gonna knock your teeth out. It was awesome. It was really cool. I think you'll get more. I don't know if you'll get more people watching it. Hopefully, in the next few weeks, it doesn't die off like the AAF did. But man, it was something cool to watch.
Well, look, I don't know if you remember, but 20 years ago when they first came out, the first game or the first weekend that the XFL was on, they killed it in the ratings.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. And then after that, starting with the second week and all the weeks after that up until their championship game, they just kept sliding and sliding and sliding in the ratings.
Yeah.
But if this new iteration can keep up with ratings, then they have a very good chance of surviving. It all depends upon the ratings.
I think the issue that they ran into in 2000 or whenever that first league came out was the NFL was like peaking. Like it was at an all-time high trajectory. Now it's still at an all-time high. It's making a crap ton of money, but I think you've gotten enough people irritated at the NFL, whether it's officiating or like some of the weird calls that wind up happening, or maybe you don't like the anthem and things like that and you just want to be done with the NFL in general. But I think now there's enough turmoil and enough need for competition and enough knowledge of the developmental leagues of other sports to know that there's an option. in the XFL, especially now that college players are going to start getting paid. This is going to be very interesting to watch, I think.
Yeah, no, look, I wish the XFL nothing but the best of luck. I wish Vince McMahon. Oh, and that's the other thing I wanted to say about the XFL.
Hit him with the chair.
One good thing about it this time, from what I understand, is that McMahon pretty much has been very low key.
He's been very. It feels like he's been very behind the scenes. He's let the guys that know how to expand a league. Let them take over. Andrew Luck's father is the commissioner of the league.
Yeah, Oliver Luck is in charge.
Yeah.
But I think as long as if things are going well and McMahon can keep the wrestling crap out of it,
sure,
then I think they have a very good shot. Like I said, I wish them nothing but the best of luck. But we'll see what happens. But anyway, so I wanted to maybe stir some shit.
All right, let's do it.
Let's talk about now how trading Sam Darnold will be better for the Jets.
Ooh, man.
I'm just kidding.
We can get people fired up about that. I can make an argument. A legitimate argument. So I'll do it right now. So if you could trade Sam Darnold, and here's the reason you would do it. Sam Darnold, after Patrick Mahomes' contract comes out, Patrick Mahomes is going to get $200 million a year, easy. Sam is going to be in line for the next big quarterback contract after that, I think. And what's going to wind up happening is quarterbacks on really high contracts don't win Super Bowls. So the argument for moving on from Sam would be that you get rid of Sam for a rookie quarterback to extend 2 more seasons of rookie contract to open up that Super Bowl window just a little bit longer for you. That's the rationale. If you think it's Super Bowl or bust, that is a move that you could make. I don't agree with it. I like Sam Darnold a lot. I think Sam Darnold is absolutely the truth. I think he's going to own all our records when it's all said and done. But I think there's a legitimate argument.
With you, and
I think
I love me some Sam. But a friend of mine, I was out the other night with a buddy. We were eating dinner, and he brought something up, and it sounded interesting. I mean, I would never do it, but it sounded interesting.
Okay.
He was like, why not trade Sam to Cincinnati
for Burrow?
Right, like trade Sam and like maybe a 3rd round pick or something, or the 2nd round.
I made the video about it, Mark.
Get Burrow.
Sorry. Okay. I was gonna
what were you saying?
I made the video about it. Would you trade Sam Darnold for Joe Burrow? Come on now.
Oh.
Did you not watch that video? I made that video. Oh, I'm hurt.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it. I did not see it. Sorry.
It was like over 2 weeks ago now. I'm hurt. Devastated. That's okay.
Yeah, no, I don't watch everything you do.
That's okay. Are you going to tune in tomorrow? I got O'Leary, Gangrene David, and Green Bean for this new Talkin' Jets thing. I got 9 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I will definitely stop. You're not doing anything with the call-in, right? It's all just chat?
Yeah, it's just going to be chat, and then what we're going to do is it's going to be the 4 of us. We're going to talk about the 3 topics that we have pre-selected. So Le'Veon Bell, offensive line in free agency, and the Jamal Adams contract. So those are going to be the 3 topics we're going to cover. We're going to try and keep it more like a sort of rigid, structured show, so that way we can get a little bit more information. It could be a show that could be watched, like me trying to...
no, it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. And also, I downloaded Discord, and I'm in there. So.
Nice. Drop into, so when you go into Discord and you're in the little Jets thing, go down to the bottom where it says Jets Talk 24/7 on YouTube, click on General, and just like say, hey, Grandpa Mark coming in from, whatever, just joined. Because then it's like nice, because then they can see like, oh, wow, there are people coming over from the Jets Talk channel.
Okay, I will do that.
It's a cool...
you're gonna just continue doing this show every Monday.
Yep, yeah, I'll continue doing this on Mondays. I'll continue doing the other one on Tuesdays because I think this is a cool platform. I think the call-in show is not like any other Jet show that's on YouTube right now, or at least that I'm aware of. I think I've only run into one other call-in show, and it's all right. Not on YouTube, but on a different platform.
Right.
And then I'll do the show with O'Leary, Gangrene David, and Green Bean. I will probably swap out some of those guys. I'm sure not every week we'll be able to have the same exact guys, but I'm hoping that we can sort of get to know each of those 3 a little bit better. We each have our own personalities. But, I'm open to having, Let's Talk Jets Radio on, those guys from that. Jets Central is more than welcome to come on. He's got an open offer at all times to join the show. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely down to have some variety, but continuity.
Right.
If we
No,
can.
I hear you. I think the show. I think everything you're doing, man. You're building up, and I think you're doing a great job. And I will definitely stop in tomorrow night.
Oh, that would be awesome. And don't forget to do. Did you answer the question in the Discord?
No, actually, maybe I'll go do that right now.
Go do that when you go and leave the comment down below, in the general forum or whatever. Also go down to the little poll section. You'll see there's a multiple choice. So there's a few answers, or there's a few options there that are not listed on any other platform. So it's my way of getting people to try and go to that to get the right answer.
Before I hang up, let me ask you this about this question.
Sure.
Because if I by any chance happen to win the shirt, it's not for me, it's my son. So you got double X?
Double X, yeah, I'm sure I can. The nice thing about this shirt and this Jets Talk store in general is I run it through Shopify, and a lot of it is very much I can kind of pick and choose certain things. So if you see a design that maybe doesn't have the right shirt or size, just ask me, and then I can figure it out. I might be able to move something around and get it to work. But yeah, I should have double X. I think I go up to triple, and I think even some of them go up to quadruple X.
Oh, okay, great.
So should be
and before I hang up, lastly, I will think of a shit-stirring question for next Monday.
You need to. I got to have that fire coming in at the end of the live stream, and people are like, what did Uncle Mark or Grandpa Mark say? I'll call you Uncle Mark. We got some younger YouTube viewers in here that are like, they could be Grandpa Mark, I think. You sound like you're close enough in age to be my dad.
I probably am.
Good stuff, Grandpa
All right,
Mark.
bro. Great job. I'll stop by tomorrow, and I'll give you a buzz next week.
Awesome. Sounds good. Take it easy. You've been ejected from the cockpit. Thank you, Grandpa Mark. As always, calling in right around this time every week. Guys, hit the like button if you've not hit the like button before, or haven't hit the like button yet, because it helps the channel grow. The YouTube algorithm absolutely loves when it sees likes and comments on videos. So when you guys leave comments and you leave likes, even if it's just something not too great, like, great video, whatever, it helps the YouTube algorithm and helps us trend a little bit more. We've gained 600 subscribers in the last 28 days.
Call from
Because of you guys.
Bernard from North Carolina.
Bernard, brother, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Hanging in there. Did you get to watch any of the XFL?
Oh, just a teeny bit. I wound up those and all, unfortunately.
That's all right. I fell asleep through the second game on Sunday. Yeah, I definitely recommend taking a look at it. It's worth your time, I think.
Oh, okay, definitely.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, I'm gonna checking them out. Yeah, well, I kind of been wondering. I think the next time I got a chance to talk about that, I got to play a little bit of GM.
Sure.
Put a couple of things on the table and see what you think, and maybe some other Jet callers might think on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have a couple of players I don't think we need. One of them is Jamal Adams. I know he has a contract coming up, and I know he definitely deserves to get paid because he's been everything we could have wanted besides Curtis Martin and Darrell Reeves. But I think if we can utilize him and recoup some picks because we got to build this team up. I'm really, really worried.
Yeah, that's going to be something we try to cover tomorrow. The Talking Jets panel. You got to tune in for that, 9 o'clock. We have we're going to be talking that contract specifically. I want to make a video going over the benefits to trading Jamal, like what are the arguments against signing his contract. And I'll be honest, I'm probably 50-50 on a lot of it. Like I can 100% get behind trading him. I understand why you would do that. It would hurt like hell. I just bought his jersey, and I would be very upset if we moved him. But I understand it. Like you can't. Some people say you can't pay a safety $15 million a year. My argument against it, or for it rather, is you don't trade away good players. You hold on to your good players. When you move on from Jamal Adams, you're telling the rest of the team, hey, this is the perfect player that we want our team to be like, but you're not getting a second contract from us. That's what it comes off as. And that's concerning. Now, if they think Jamal Adams may not want to be here long term, like that's what I felt at the trade deadline. I thought he may not want to be here long term. He had an exit plan. He had his foot out the door to go to Dallas. I would move him in a heartbeat. If there's any inclination that they think...
When I saw the New York Post article, I looked at it online. I got my Fire Stick here, and I flipped that on to the New York Post article. The first thing that hit me is trade rumors of Jamal Adams and the Dallas Cowboys. The first thing I thought was Jerry Jones. He probably got his hand in the mix to make some kind of deal.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, that might be a blessing, you know, a little quiet way, a blessing in disguise. Even though it would be a shocker, free agency, you know, to see him traded.
Joe
But
Douglas.
I figured Jerry Jones was ready to give us a 1, probably a 3, and maybe a conditional pick for 2021. And I thought it was all but done, but then again, you know, the time passed and expired, and nothing happened. So.
Well, apparently Douglas was asking for. It was one of the linemen. I think it was Martin is who they were asking for. And if the Jets can get one offensive lineman from them and a first round pick, that would be what I want. I would do that. I don't want to say in a heartbeat, but you're getting a guaranteed player then.
If we could have pulled the trigger on the draft picks, to tell you the truth, we could have moved up. I think if we could jump Cleveland, we can get one of the top offensive linemen coming out in this draft. Probably Andrew Thomas.
Yeah, I don't.
He's kind of going to slide down a little bit, but I think Cleveland's in a position at a fallback to take him, you know, ahead of us. We could have jumped him and took him. You know.
I would be upset if we move up in the draft because I think we need so many holes, or we have so many holes. I think there's going to be a tackle that's going to fall to us. I think all 3 quarterbacks go in the top 10. I think I could see Judy going in the top 10. I think Okudah, Thomas.
So you don't think that because of Cleveland being almost in the same state we are with the offensive line, we're going to take a tackle ahead of us that we stand back? That's the only thing we're in is Cleveland. So they do need an offensive tackle. I think the quarterbacks are going to go. I think one of the wide receivers are going to go. The pass rush is certainly going to be gone. The corner's going to be gone. I think it's going to be close. But if we could have pulled that trade, I think we could afford, we would have a whole package of 3. We could afford, I mean, it's worth it to get up off of one of the 3.
It depends who's.
Move and kind of hop ahead of Cleveland.
Who's just in front of him? Is it the Cardinals? I think it's the Cardinals Cardinals might be at 8. Who's at 9? Jaguars maybe? I got to look at like the little thing that pops up on my screen. I don't remember what the who the actual player is. But yeah, no, I would trade up if it wouldn't cost us. Like if we could trade our second, third round pick and like move up 2 picks. Like if that was a thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I would be okay with that. I could get on board with that. It would hurt.
I think Andrew Thomas is worth it. I think he's the pick. Because I think Jedrick Wills, he's going to be gone. I think Wirfs is going to be gone.
Oh, so here,
I think Thomas can slide closer to us to where we can jump in.
Listen to this. Here's my tinfoil hat thing right here. So the Jaguars are sitting in front of the Browns. One of their needs is linebacker. Do you trade Avery Williamson and your first to move up to get the tackle in front of Cleveland? Would you do that?
I say do it.
I would do it.
I think if our other key inside linebacker we got from Baltimore, if he can return healthy, I think we'll be okay. We can pay him inside with a decent compliment.
I agree.
I think we'd be okay, and I think it'd be well worth it because if we can secure one of these tackles, sign 1 or 2 of them in free agency, I think we can do enough to overhaul this line where I think we're going to be okay.
I completely agree. Bernard, thank you so much for calling in. I am ejecting you from the cockpit because you ran out of your 5 minutes. But thank you for calling in. I'll talk to you next week. Hopefully, Bernard tunes in tomorrow for our live stream of me, O'Leary, Green Bean, and Gangrene David. That'll be a lot of fun tomorrow. 9 o'clock. We'll go over 3 pretty big topics. The Le'Veon Bell situation, the offensive line situation. We're going to talk more about the free agency side of things. And then we're going to talk about Jamal Adams. So lots of cool things you guys can tune into.
T-Jazz.
T-Jazz, what's up, dude? You said you were going to be the first caller.
Hey, I got through. I tried calling in like 6 times.
That's all right. I'm seeing the number pop up a zillion times. I'm like, oh, I don't know who it is, but someone really wants to talk. What's on your mind, dude?
I was thinking about the thing you just said about that Avery Williamson trade with the first round pick to move up with the Jaguars. That'd actually be perfect because you can't get any
I'm going to have to make a video. Now that I'm like thinking about it, I'm like, man, you know what? I don't know if they do it, but for $6 million, you're getting a good corner, you're getting a good linebacker. You're falling back 2 spots. You're probably still going to get the same player you would have gotten at 9. I think that would be something I would explore if I were the Jets.
Yeah, I would make a video on that if I was you.
I think I will. I think
that's a good point.
I'll probably do like potential trade ups and potential trade downs. Ooh, my light went off. Where is my charger? You can keep talking. I'm listening.
So eventually, if you trade up with the Jaguars, the pick's got to be Andrew Thomas, right?
It may not have to be Andrew Thomas. Like maybe they like someone that's. Sorry, I'm gonna move the mic up here while I'm trying to do this.
Yeah.
I think. I would hope it's Andrew Thomas. If Andrew Thomas fell that far, I would 110% make the move to get him. I think he's really good. And whew, that's bright. I know you can talk about was it Micah Becton or whatever from Louisville. There's probably some other players as well, but if you can just leapfrog Cleveland to get the tackle that you covet, someone that I would have cut anyway in Avery Williamson, I would 110% make this move.
Oh, yeah. And there's been some buzz around us. Instead of, like, I've even seen some mock drafts having us pass on Andrew Thomas for, like, Tristan Morris and Jedrick Wills. The thing there is if we are really going after either guard or tackle like Jack Conklin in free agency, Jack Conklin's a right tackle,
sure.
And so is Jedrick Wills and Tristan Morris. So you got to get the left tackle in that situation if you don't get Beachum back in.
Yeah, I think we're going to try and re-sign Beachum. I really do. I think Beacham's someone that we could bring back. I think, obviously we got Harrison. We'll try to bring back Alex Lewis, I think. And then I think we address... I could see us not going after Conklin. If they really like... Edoga, and you have Edoga, and then maybe Thuney, and then Harrison and a draft pick, and then Lewis and, say, Glasgow, and then... Beachum and possibly a left tackle there. You could make that work. I think that's enough of a different offensive line that we should hopefully see something better. It's really just consistency. We had, I think, 13 different combinations or 11 different combinations in 13 games, I think, and Sam only played in 13 games. So they had a different offensive line, but basically every time.
Yeah, and wasn't there a set like Beachum played where Beachum did the best out of the linebackers and the Jets were getting less pressure to the left side when he played?
Yeah, when he played, the Jets were significantly better with him on the field. His grade still wasn't great, but comparatively, I think teams decided to send edge rushers from the other side and kind of take advantage of where we were a little bit weaker. Brian Winters being out didn't help. Having Edoga in there instead of Shell, because ideally you wanted Shell to take that next step. It sucks because Shell is someone that I would have liked to have wanted to bring back, but because of what I saw this past season, I don't want him.
Yeah, you might as well have Edoga at that point.
Yeah.
You remember back in previous mock drafts we had in the rebuilding the Jets thing, you brought up a tackle, Austin Jackson at USC.
Yes, yeah. I think I had him at number 3 overall when the Jets were third or fourth, or maybe we were at 7th. I don't remember. I remember picking him though, and I'm like, wow, he's not even talked about in the first round. But then I've heard other people talk about him, and he might be end of the first round, second round, or something like that.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's been some buzz about him falling out of the first, maybe even to us at 48. I mean, if Joe Douglas can get that done, you could go wide receiver in the first round if you don't have the need at tackle, or you already got somebody in free agency.
Yeah, my issue with going wide receiver in round 1 is really the value of the position and the pick, because there's so many good wide receivers in this draft. You could really get good value by hitting on a wide receiver in the 2nd or 3rd round and taking the important positions like an edge rusher, a tackle, a corner, like these type of really critical positions. So I get when people don't want a receiver. Flashy-wise, would really enjoy CeeDee Lamb. I would love to get excited about that.
Mm-hmm. There's you could trade down, honestly, to maybe 13, 14, 15. You could still get a CeeDee Lamb, and you can possibly get another second to get up that offensive line more. I think another reason that people don't like the wide receiver in the first round is because it's such a gamble. Like, you got to be sure that your guy's going to be there in the second round.
Well, that's just it. You can't – if there's someone you love and you covet, you can't do this and be like, oh, he'll be there later on. That was like the whole argument with the Browns when they had the 1st pick and the 4th pick. They're like, oh, they could take Saquon Barkley at 1, and one of the top 3 quarterbacks is going to be there at 4. It's like, well, yeah, but you're going to like one more than the other 2, I would think. I don't think you're just like, screw it. We'll take whichever one falls. I think it's not as drastic with this example, but I think it's sort of the same thing. If you really like a guy, go get him. If you think he could be there and you think maybe you're taking him half a round early. I don't care. Take him a half round early. As long as you hit on the pick, I don't care where the guy goes.
Yeah, exactly. And what was I talking about? In hindsight, 2020, the Browns could have realistically gotten Saquon, and they would have gotten David Fuller. And that's a more dangerous team.
Yeah, look, that team would have been really good. Well, so here's the issue with it. Because I really like the corner they got, Ward. I think he is really good.
Yeah, Denzel Ward is.
And I think he's the better pick because, look, they got Kareem Hunt and they have Nick Chubb. Why would they want Saquon Barkley and pay him I think it's the second highest running back contract right now? Because you're not really getting a benefit from having a cheap rookie. Like with the corner, you're paying him $8 million, $9 million a year. When you're paying a running back $9 million a year, most running backs aren't sniffing that. They're usually around like $5-6 million. T-Jazz, you got 10 seconds.
All right, let's go Jets.
Yeah!
What do you think is going to be our next year's record?
Next year's record? I don't know. I'm not sure I can answer that question. I was put on the spot. Thank you, T-Jazz. Hopefully you tune in tomorrow for our live stream. T-Jazz and I are always going back and forth. I go back and forth with a lot of you guys. It's nice having my Instagram and Twitter kind of get comments from you guys because it feels a little more intimate. It's like, I'll answer a question for you. A lot of times everyone's names are different on stuff, so I don't really put two and two together when things aren't quite the same. I'm going to start going through. If you guys have not answered the question for the question for the shirts, or for the shirt, the way to do it, you could either direct message me on Instagram, direct message me on Twitter, direct message me or comment on the thread in the Discord. All those are linked down below in the description. Which Jets defensive end got 107.5 sacks in his first 100 games? You get that right, and you'll be in the raffle to win a shirt of your choosing. Got a few right ones on the Instagram so far.
Call from
Noah.
Yo, what's up, dude? Welcome to the cockpit.
Oh, what's up? I'm from Jersey. I was wondering what's going on with the kicker position.
I'm not exactly sure. I'm sure we were going to go into the offseason and add some more competition. I know we have a future contract with one guy. I'm not exactly sure off the top of my head what it is. I had us addressing it in the draft as part of the mock offseason that I made, taking Hot Rod Rodrigo Blankenship in the 6th round. He's supposed to be the best kicker in the draft from what I've heard. I would really like to see that. We need kicking. We lost at least one game this year because of kicking, and you can't have that happen. It's such a small price to pay. You pay a guy $3 million, $4 million, whatever it is, and you have 3 points automatically. Like, you should definitely have it.
I think Cody Parkey is a good option, even though he had the double doink. He was good on Miami and decent with the Bears.
That would be interesting. He wasn't bad. He just had a lot of double doinks, which kind of killed him. A lot of people are saying, T-Draz is saying Brett Maher is the guy that we signed as the future contract. So who knows? Maybe he's good. I'm not exactly sure.
All. Yeah, that's all. I was just wondering. So.
Okay. I will talk to you later. Are you going to watch tomorrow? Me, O'Leary, Gangry, David?
Yeah, for sure.
9 o'clock.
And, how do you get to the Discord?
The Discord. Okay, so are you on YouTube right now? You're, watching the stream? If you go down below in the description of this video, there's a link that says Discord. When you click on that, it automatically sends you over to the invite to Discord. Then, so it's the New York Jets Discord. There's 900 people in it. And when you scroll down to the bottom, there's a little section, Jets Talk 24/7. There's a general comment section. Leave your name. Just be like, hey, yo, thank you so much. I came from, Jets YouTube or whatever. And then there's also the poll question is going to be posted there. I have the store with a bunch of stuff posted there. And then they have a bunch of cool topics, too. It's just a really cool way to talk with fans.
I got it. I'm going to stream in tomorrow night.
Awesome. Sounds good, dude. I will talk to you tomorrow. Boom! You've been ejected from the cockpit. I'm trying to get all our names in here. Got a lot of people with this right. I think you guys are cheating. That's what it is. Man, Everyone's getting it. Everyone. I like it. I don't think I've had a wrong answer yet. All right. So we'll do this the same way we did it last week. Let's pick a number between 1 and 20. Pick a number between 1 and 20, and that will be the number that I choose to give away the shirt. Let's see. Anyone send me anything on Twitter? I didn't. I don't see anything on Twitter. Okay, cool. So maybe that means you guys are in the Discord. Let's go check this Discord. All right. So we got a bunch of people commenting in the Discord. Oh, man. I like it. All right. So the first three numbers, we got 14, 12, and 7. Those are going to be the three numbers. So 14, 12, and 7. That's what, 26, 32? 32. So 32, I'm running with that number.
Call from
Jay.
What's up, dude? Welcome to the cockpit.
Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Hanging in there. Did you answer the question for the live stream?
Yes, sir.
Good stuff. I'm going through everything, so I got to figure out who's got what.
I had a quick question.
Sure, shoot.
Did you see you were going after that guard from Washington in free agency, or like the dude from the Titans? I seen you talking about him a lot.
Yeah, the Conklin and Sheriff are the two that you're referring to. Sheriff, I think, is going to go back to the Redskins just because I think they're going to trade Trent Williams, their left tackle. So I don't think they want to totally leave the offensive line up for grabs. But I would be open to bringing him in. I think he's going to be more expensive mainly because of his name more than his play style. I don't know. Is there someone that you particularly want?
Yeah, I would throw a boatload of money at him and then be aggressive and probably trade like a next year pick, like a first from next year, try to get like one of those like that tackle from Houston.
Oh yeah.
Or like Beecham dude. One of those two, like that's projected to go in the second. I'll try to be aggressive and like go after one of those dudes and like try to draft like Jerry Jeudy like high. Because there's no point in fixing an O-line if we don't have nobody to throw it to.
I completely agree. Look, I think we need offensive line help for sure. I think we need wide receiver help. I don't think Robbie's going to stay. I think we're going to wind up losing him. I like CeeDee Lamb. I like Jerry Jeudy. I like both of them. But I will not take wide receiver if we don't fix this offensive line.
Robbie Anderson is a good third or second, maybe second option, but he's not a true number one.
Yeah, I can't justify paying him $15 million a year. That feels like a lot for him.
I mean, get a big body in there. You got Crowder in the slot. Probably go after that tight end from Baltimore. Get him another security blanket.
I like it, dude. Listen, I got to hop off. I'm going to eject you from the cockpit, and we're going to announce our winner of the shirt. So let's see. What was our number? Our number was 32. So I got all the winners and all the people that have commented. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 30, 31, 32. Method Tick 65. Method Tick 65. You are going to be the winner of the shirt for this week. Hit me up. It looks like you voted on Discord. So if you're watching this, hit me up, and you have won a shirt. Guys, it is 10 o'clock. You know what that means. It's that time of night again. We have a live stream tomorrow. Me, O'Leary, Gangrene David, and Greenbean from the Jet Nation forums. We're going to have a live panel. You guys should definitely tune into it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think you guys will have a blast with it. But as for me, it's going to be one of those nights It's been fun. I will see you guys next week. Same time. This is Jets Talk, signing off. Jake!